box call, probably the most famous turkey call of all, the oldest and the most well known. Basically, you have double-sided box calls and you also have single-sided box calls. This happens to be a double-sided box call. You're taking the lid, this is your what would be known as your striker, your striking surface, and you're rubbing this lid across your sidewalls of the box. That friction is making your sound, and then the radius of the lid on the call is what's giving you the two-tone yelp. Similar to what we did with the pot calls, making the circle to make our yelp. Here, the radius of the lid is doing that for us. So all we're doing is sliding that lid over that call. Give us that two-tone. Usually, most box calls are going to give you two different sounds. That one's a little bit deeper. We come over here, we might get a little higher pitch. And 90% of that time, if you're dealing with wooden calls, that's because of the grain. You're either going into the grain or you're riding on the back of the grain. So you have two different sides, and it creates two different turkeys. But basically all we're doing is we're letting the call run itself. We're coming out here just far enough that we get that front end. So here, when a hen starts to yelp, that's very important. That's a crucial tone in a box call, is that you open the lid far enough. You don't want to open it just this much and chop it. You want to get that initial, the proper tone when she's starting to yelp. And then you're just letting the lid fall shut. And then for clucking or cutting, we're just popping that lid off. We're putting a little bit of pressure down on the lid, and we're just scooping it off, just like you would flick off a piece of dirt or something. If there was a piece of dirt laying on this lid, and I would just flick it off. That's about the pressure that I'm putting on a box call. I'm putting my finger right here, and I'm just flicking it off, just like that. Now watch how when I'm cutting or when I'm clucking on this box call, I'm using my index finger. I'm taking it out just far enough where I know it's going to catch friction, get a hold of that, and I'm just putting enough pressure down on the call that it's going to grab hold, and then I'm just flicking it off. So I'm going to let the call loose here, just so you can see what I mean here. But that's basically what I'm doing. I'm popping that off there. So I'm catching it with my thumb, so it cleans it up a little bit. Most boxes can be run holding it very softly and holding the lid softly with your index finger and your thumb. You can do everything you need to do.